Here's a leadership moment from the life of Jesus. And in Luke and John, we're looking at Luke and John. And here's in the area of responsibility. And here, this is going to sound almost a little contradictory to something I said earlier, is Jesus gave people responsibility before they were ready. We want to give people responsibilities in proportion to their capabilities and their competency, but Jesus also gave people responsibility before they were completely ready. A lot of times we hesitate to release people into roles because we don't think they can do it well enough. Craig Rochelle, who's a fantastic leader and equipper of leader, he says when somebody can do the job 50% as well as you can, they're ready to be released into the role. That scares me. Probably scares you too, because most of us are perfectionists. But Jesus exemplified that of releasing his people and his team and his disciples with, undoubtedly the most important job in the world before they were ever ready. In Luke chapter 9, verse 1 to 2, Jesus sends his disciples on the preaching tour. So here's what it says. One day, Jesus called together his 12 disciples, gave them power and authority to cast out all demons, to heal all diseases. Then he sent them out to tell everyone about the kingdom of God and to heal the sick. They visited the same towns where Jesus had been on his previous preaching tour. And although, they'd been with Jesus for some time, it's pretty questionable about whether they were ready yet. We see some of the things they did. I don't think they were ready yet, but yet Jesus sent them out. You see, Jesus trusts us with some important things before we're ever ready. And as leaders, we're not serving our team if we don't give them important responsibilities, sometimes before they're ready. In Luke chapter 9, verse 6, we see that they boldly preach and heal the sick. And when they come back to debrief with Jesus and continue the training, he just helps them along and he helps celebrate them. Most leaders make the mistake of waiting too long to let people have responsibility. I know I've done it way too many times to think about. But Jesus exemplifies for us that we need to release people before they're ready. And when we don't, it's often unfortunate experiences, unfortunate consequences, because people need the opportunity to do or to attempt what they've been taught. And if they're not able to attempt that, they really never learn how to do the thing we're asking them to do. So leaders that deploy people early and then monitor the results produce influential leaders much quicker. And most of the time, it's the leader that's not ready, not the team. So leaders, think about that. Release your team early, not late.